Now, before you go away typing in the comment section, this was just a video I've been seeing going around the internet, and I wanted to put my 2 cents in as well. We made a video about Hendon Hooker after Jared Goff got his contract extension and what the future for Hendon Hooker could be. Now, I myself think that the Detroit Lions are going to keep him. It only makes the most sense to have a reliable backup behind Jared Goff. But on the flip side, Hendon Hooker has not taken a single snap in the National Football League. Dare I say that could it be a situation that Hendon Hooker may not be ready for a backup role? See, we think that a quarterback can just come in, whether it's starter or backup, and just, do the darn thing. And Hendon Hooker may or may not be there yet. But with that being said, so don't shoot the messenger, all right? I'm just here to get you your content and give you my 2 cents. That is what I do. I saw an article from Giants Country, and they brought something very intriguing into the mix. Now, before we go any further, I want you to put in the comment section, this is a two-parter. A, would you trade Hendon Hooker for the right compensation? And B, what would that compensation be? Stick around, because when you see what this guy suggests, it is laughable at best, and that's $1.50. So according to Giants Country, here's a intriguing point that was brought out. It says, leading up to the 2023 draft, the Giants met with Hooker multiple times and brought him in for a 30 visit. The 30 visit between Hooker and the Giants has significance because it meant the Giants likely wanted Hooker another look at him while recovering from his torn ACL. Okay, but check this out. There was also genuine interest, given that general manager Joe Schoen tends to use those visits, just like Brad Holmes does, to target players that the team is actually interested in. And we know from our general manager of the Detroit Lions that that's exactly what Brad Holmes does. And Dan Campbell, they will meet with players, and they will a lot of the players that they meet, a certain percentage that they meet with, that they use those 30 visits on, they wind up signing. Now, I haven't done and looked to see. I know Terrion was one, but I haven't looked to see what the 2024 count is. And the thing is, well, you just signed Daniel Jones to a massive contract. Okay. He tore his ACL. So now you would have a situation where Hendon is going to continue to sit behind Daniel Jones, and the Giants could possibly trade for him, knowing that would happen, right? That he's going to sit, that he was a project. Now, when you see what their compensation it is going to be, what he would suggest, I think that this is extremely laughable, but I would love to hear what you have to say about it. Says, it's been very rare that a player doesn't play a down in the NFL and is then traded, but Hooker's case is a rare one considering he was injured during his rookie season. The reasonable compensation for Hooker, in my opinion, would be a mid-day three pick. I was trying to do too much and say too much at the same time. Are you crazy? A mid-day 3 pick. Okay, day 3 consists of rounds 4, 5, 6, and 7. Middle day 3, because I'm a math guy, right? I'm not like great at math, but I love analytics and numbers. That's the better statement. Is you would have to say that you're talking about the middle of round 5 to the middle of round 6. That is the exact middle of day 3. The middle of round 5 to the middle of round 6. Are you crazy? That is a no bueno. No way would I trade, even if I entertain the thought of trading Hendon Hooker. I am not trading him for any less than what he was drafted. Okay. I'm not going to trade Hendon Hooker for anything less than a 3rd round pick. This guy was slated to be a 1st round pick back in 2023, and his injury dropped him to the 3rd round. So there's no way I'm going to take a 5th, 6th, or any day 3 pick. Any day 3 pick. We're talking about day 2 at best, right? At best. If a team were to trade for Hendon Hooker, they are going to probably trade for him with the future in mind. And I know that some of you guys want to see Hendon in the future. You want to see him in preseason. And in all likelihood, he's going to be on this team. It just doesn't make sense for the Detroit Lions to move on from him. And Nate Sudfeld is not it, okay, at all. If you go and you look at the backup quarterback situation, the best we were going to get was Teddy Bridgewater. And he didn't have to take more than what? He played like a cleanup game in the Carolina Panther game. That was it, right? So I don't think that this would be a great idea. But the question that I have is that some of you, okay, might entertain it. So for those of you that would entertain trading Hendon Hooker, what is the less you would settle for? What the less amount? I wouldn't do it. I wouldn't do it at all. For me, you're talking about an easy, I'll probably overprice him. 3rd round pick, easy. Now, if you're talking about year 3, year 4, when his contract is near up, seeing as how Jared Goff contractually will be here longer than Hendon Hooker, right? Contractually. I don't know if that's actually going to happen. What would you trade? What is the minimum amount that you would accept? Now, again, I don't want to do this. I don't think it would have to be a massive, an offer I couldn't refuse. And I would have to have a backup plan in place. And I haven't looked at the quarterbacks, the ones that's out there, but I don't see any quarterbacks becoming available that would be worthy of the backup quarterback position. Now, I'm not saying Hendon is there yet because he might not be there. If Nate Sudfeld makes this roster, then that means Hendon Hooker was not ready. There's no reason, in my opinion, that Nate Sudfeld should make the Detroit Lions roster. If Nate Sudfeld makes the roster, the 53, then, he can't make the 53 because it would be, you can't have 3 quarterbacks. So he would have to be put on a practice squad. He's probably going to be on a practice squad. But if there's any type of camp battle, then we got a problem. I said that in yesterday's video. But let me know. What do you think? Do you think the Giants? I think the Giants, they made a massive mistake drafting Daniel Jones and extending Daniel Jones. They would probably definitely look into doing something like this. And I think Hendon would, if they were to trade, let's just say the Detroit Lions did that. If they were to do that, I think Hendon Hooker I think Daniel Jones would have Hendon would be breathing down his neck 100%. I think that we would see Hendon Hooker next year. If hypothetically the Giants traded for Hendon Hooker, I think we would see him before the year's out. They have snatched Daniel Jones in a heartbeat, in my opinion. But let me know your thoughts in the comments below. I don't think we do this. I think the Giants are obviously desperate for a successor to Daniel Jones. They made a mistake. They made a massive mistake he had one good year and you extend him to a ridiculous amount of money that he was never worth in the first place. So let me know your thoughts in the comments below. But we knew this was going to happen when they drafted him. When they drafted Daniel Jones, we knew this was going to happen. But let me know your thoughts in the comments below. This channel is brought to you by viewers, subscribers, and members just like you. Take care of yourself and each other. And as always, go Lions.